Hello guys, welcome back. So far we are using the users we created through Faker Gem with some dummy data, but now in this lecture we will allow users to register themselves by choosing their own password and details. Hence we need to work on device registration controller and form for user. Also we will see how to permit device model attributes other than email passwords while registering a user, because by default device only accepts email password and password confirmation attributes on sign up or registration. Okay, so let's start working on it. First we need to generate the device controllers for user scope. Okay, so first switch to the terminal and then we will run generate we will use the rails generator command to generate the device controllers. Okay, so here what we need to do, rails g device and then colon controllers, and then provide your scope name. I mean, for what device resource or what device model you are trying to generate controller for. Okay, so we have user model as device model, so we will use users here. Okay, so generate users. Okay, and now you can see that it has generated multiple controllers like confirmation password controllers, registration controller, sessions controller, unlocks controller, and omniauth controller. Okay, and each controller is dedicated to a specific device module, but for this lecture we will only work on registrations controller, so we will just look at this one. Okay, now you need to update your routes as well. So here you can see that it has provided you some information, that device for users controllers, and it is showing you the message that ensure you have overridden routes for generate controllers in your routes.rb. Okay, and why we need this? Because if you do not provide the controller paths, or you do not customize this device route, okay, then your changes into the device forms will not take effect. Okay, why? Because if you do not make these changes, then device form will be coming from the device gem. Okay, not from your project's device controllers. Okay, so let's make the changes into the route file now. So go to the project directory again and open the routes.rb, and here what you need to do, that add the controllers, and then in the controllers we first need to add the key value pair, that is registrations, and then path for the registration. So here you can see that in the app controllers users we have this registration controller. So what we need to provide here, users and then registrations. Okay, save it. And now just like the controllers, we need to generate the device views as well, because we need to customize the device views. So we need the device views files in our application. Okay, so let's go to the terminal and generate the device views. So just remove this controllers from here and generate the views. So rails g device colon views, and then just keep your scope name here. Why? Because we are generating views for the user scope. Okay, so run this command, and when you will run this command, you will see that it has generated device views like shared, confirmation, registrations, passwords, and so on. Okay, and now just go to the project directory, and here you can see that these are all the views that being generated when we run the device view generator command. Now since we need to customize the registrations form first, so open the new.html.trb from registrations directory of app views user, and now here we need to start customizing it. Okay, so what we can do, first add the div class. Let's say div class call lg8 and mx auto, and in this mx class we need to add the card element. So div class card, and here add the card header class first. Div class card header, and then just use this s3 as a s2 as a card header. Okay, and we can provide some class to it, like let's say text center, and then card title. Okay, and now after this card header we need to use the card body. Div class card body. Okay, and then in this card body we will customize this form. Okay, so just copy this, or in fact cut this, and end the end of line file, and then paste it here. Now properly indent it. Okay, and now before customizing this form, let's have a look into the schema.rb. and go to the users model. So here you can see that what attributes we have other than device attribute in our user model. So we have first name, last name, date of birth, username, city, state, country, pin code, street address, profile title, and so on. If you wish, you can provide all attributes upon the sign up, but I will only use first name, last name, username, and profile title when user try to create its account. Okay, so what we can do that, just go to the new.html.trb, and here we first need to add the form group classes. Okay, so div class form group and add the row class here. And now here what you need to do that, in this row, first provide sorry first provide the div class call lg6, and then replicate it and paste it here. And now here what we need to do that, just copy this just copy this label class and the email field and paste it into it. And here we will first change it to user text field, and then provide first name. Okay, and change it here as well, first name, and add a class mb3, mb2. Okay, and then remove this br tag, because now since we are using these elements into the bootstrap classes, so we don't need the br tags. Okay, and here remove this autofocus as well, and add the class form control. Okay, and then copy it again, and then we will use the same thing for the last name as well. Okay, so now paste it here, and you can provide as a last name, save it. And now let's do the same thing for profile title and email field as well. Okay, so what we can do here, we can just copy this form group row, or instead we can simply use form group and then use these attributes here and make it profile title, and make it text field, and remove this autofocus, and just add this class form control. Okay, okay, and now just copy this form group again and use it for the email, make it email field, and remove brs from here. Okay, and then copy it again and ask for its username, make it text field, username. Okay, and save it. Now let's go to the browser and try to see if all these fields are, you can see on the device registration form. So go to the browser and click on the sign up link here. Okay, and here you can see that our device custom form is working. So here we can see first name, last name, profile title, email, and username. If you wish, you can keep email and username into the same column. So let's keep it right away. Okay, so what we can do here, we can just place this profile title into this, and here what we can do, just make it call lg6 just to make the form better. Okay, and then here add class row. Okay, and then add a div call lg6 class in this form group, copy it, paste it here, and now move the email into the first call lg10, call lg6, and then username in the next call lg6. Okay, now you can remove it. Okay, and now go to the browser and refresh the page. Okay, so when you refresh the page, you can see that it looks much better, like first name, last name, profile title, email, and username. Okay, and now what we need to do, that we just need to customize our password fields as well. Okay, so what we can do here, we can just simply copy this form group row and call lg6 class, paste it here, copy it, paste it here, and correct the indentation. Okay, now just copy the first password line. So just copy it and paste it into the first call lg6 class. Okay, make the indentation correct, and then just copy the other password confirmation field. Okay, so just copy it and we will provide it into the next call lg6 class. Okay, and correct its indentation as well. Okay, and now if you wish, you can not wish, just remove it, because we don't need the double password and password confirmation attributes. Okay, go to the browser and see this. Okay, we forget to add the form control class here, so just copy it from here, copy this form control class, paste it here, paste it here. Okay, and now we can just paste these label classes into all attributes as well. So let's say class mb2 here, 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 and with the passwords as well. Okay, so just paste it and remove these brs, and now go to the browser again and refresh the page. So now you will see that your registration form is better than before. Okay, and now let's customize the sign up button. So what we can do here, we can add, let's say, class btn primary. Okay, and you can see that this is showing you sign up, and if you wish, you can add the empty class as well. So let's say empty 4. Okay, and if you wish, you can adjust the margin and padding according to your needs. Okay, so now this device registration form is completely customized. Okay, and now let's go to the route file again. Here initially we made the change, so now let me show you that what happened if we will not make this change. So now save it, device for users, and go to the browser and refresh your sign up page now. Okay, so here you will see that you are seeing the default device registration form. Why? Because you did not override the controller's path here, so it will get the device registration form from the gem itself, not from your device registration views. Okay, so let's make this change again and go to the browser and refresh the page. So here you can see that this is our device registration form is complete now. Now as the last thing, what we need to do, we just need to go to the device registrations controller. So open the registrations controller from the device views, and here you can see that what callbacks you can see as commented there, that before action configure sign up params. Okay, so now just uncomment this call filter action and uncomment this method from the protected as well. So what you need to do here, configure sign up params, and then you need to provide your sign up keys, that are like first name, last name, email, password, password confirmation, and then username, and then profile title. Okay, so these are all the parameters that we want to pass when user submit the registration form. Okay, so here you can see that what default parameter we are passing, a custom parameter we are passing, that is first name, last name, and username and profile title. Okay, and now here you can see that since we provided first name, last name, username, and profile title as the registration attributes. Okay, now go to the user model, and here you can see that we do not have any validation for last name, first name, username, and profile title. Okay, so what we can do here, we can add validations. So let's add validation for the custom attributes that we are passing on the registration. So validates, sorry, here validates first name, last name, username, and profile title, and add a validation like presence true. Okay, save this file now and remove these extra blank spaces. Okay, save it now, and now we need to test this registration form. But before testing it, let's make one more change in the registration form. So what we can do here, we can make a data attribute here. Let's say you can add data, that is turbo, sorry, here make html, sorry, and then data turbo false. Okay, because we will submit this form as html. Okay, now just go to the browser and refresh it again, and let's try to submit a user. Let's make it, let's say Manish Sharma, and then let's say senior Angular and Rails developer, for example, and make the email now, let's say Manish at the rate example.com, and make it username like, let's say Manish123, and then okay, set the passwords and go to the terminal and where the server is running, and make some space on the browser, and now we will submit this registration form. So let's submit this form. So when you click on the sign up, okay, you will see that a new user has been registered into the system, and you can see in the logs that what data has been saved or what data has been passed as params. So here you can see that params user, and then first name Manish, last name Sharma, profile title, and username. Okay, so these are the custom attributes that we pass. Okay, and here you can see that the user has been inserted into the database and it is now signed in. Okay, and now go to the my profile page. Okay, here you can see that we are getting all these commas. Why? Because here we were displaying the city, state, and country, but we did not allow users to pass city, state, country, or pin code values, so we are not seeing these attributes. So what we can do here, we rather than displaying this comma, simply we can add a condition that only show the address attribute when city, state, countries are present. Okay, so let's go to the browser, sorry, go to the user model, and into the address method, what we need to do, return nil if city dot blank or state dot blank, not or, instead we need to use and here. Okay, so what we can do, and country dot blank and pin code dot blank. Okay, save it and add the line break here, and now go to the browser and refresh the page. Okay, so you will see that the comma has been removed from here. Okay, and then you can if you want to display the cities, then you can just click on this form, and you can provide value for these attributes like, let's say Indore, MP, India, pin code, let's say something else, and then save changes. So now you will see that these are the attributes here, and you can change the about value, let's say lorem ipsum, save changes. Okay, so here you can see that these are the attributes that we can provide, and that's all from this lecture. So here you see how we customize the device registration form. Okay, and how we generated the device controllers, and how we customize, how we permitted the custom parameters like other than emails and password confirmation. So here you can see that this is our new.html.trb from app use user registrations. Okay, so here how we customize the device registration form, and here we provide configured the custom parameters like first name, last name, and we also added the validations here as well. Okay, now if you wish, you can remove the username from here, because username must be unique as well. So we can validate it here, like let's say validates username presents true, and then uniqueness true. Okay, save it. Okay, and now that will work. So this is how we configure customize the registration form. Now in the next lecture, we will customize the device session form, and then we will move on to other features. Okay, so try this lecture at your end and try to customize the device registration form, and we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.